All right, welcome to today's explainer. If you're someone who loves geeking out on productivity and wants to squeeze every drop of efficiency out of your digital life, you're absolutely in the right place. Today, we're totally demystifying the current landscape of OpenAI's latest tools. We're going to walk through a highly structured blueprint to automate your daily workflows step by step. We're talking everything from tackling your inbox to literally writing code.
Okay, let's dive into this, because we all know the absolute pain of managing an overflowing inbox, right? And don't even get me started on the endless back and forth of manual scheduling. It's a daily grind. It literally eats up hours of your week. But what if an AI could physically click unsubscribe on your spam for you, or follow up with your contacts using your exact tone of voice? What if it could perfectly align your calendar while you are fast asleep? Well, today, we're exploring the automated solutions that make all of this a reality.
So first things first, we've got to clear up the most confusing part of this new GPT 5.6 landscape, which is the actual tools themselves. Right now, we have Chat, Work, and Codex. Now, Chat is your standard web experience that we're all pretty used to by now. Work is basically the same thing, but it integrates directly inside your favorite daily apps. Codex, though, goes a step further. It adds developer-centric features like pull requests for reviewing code. And while the user interface might look a little different, like Codex having that specific pull requests page, the core engine is actually remarkably similar across the board. But if your goal is really building and automating things, Codex is absolutely the tool you want to be living in. So here is our game plan for today. 1. Choosing your AI setup. 2. Essential desktop configurations. 3. Organizing projects and threads. 4. Building your AI chief of staff. 5. Remote access and mobile. And 6. Building custom websites. This is a complete arc from basic setup all the way to building full web apps.
All right, Section 1, choosing your AI setup. This is the very first crucial decision you've got to make right out of the gate. When we look at how these GPT 5.6 models compare, you're essentially balancing brainpower against how many output tokens you're burning through. You've got Terra on one end, low intelligence, low cost. Then Luna, right there in the middle. But take a look at that third bar, the model named So. Running So on medium effort is, without a doubt, the absolute sweet spot. It gives you incredibly high intelligence without instantly chewing through all your output tokens. Honestly, you only really need to switch to high effort when you're tackling super heavy, complex planning. For everything else, just set it to So medium and you're golden.
Moving right along to Section 2, Essential Desktop Configurations. Upgrading from the web browser to the downloaded desktop app is easily the biggest AI native upgrade you can make, but it needs 2 quick tweaks right away. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how we can use custom instructions to completely filter out the noise and shape the AI into a genuinely candid mentor. You want to explicitly tell it to teach you system design and technical trade-offs as you work, strictly forbid it from putting regular text into code blocks, and crucially, tell it to be candid, stick to principles, and to actually push back when you're wrong. We want to get rid of that default polite agreement, right? Oh, and demand active voice, and absolutely forbid what we call AI slop. Those annoying, repetitive AI buzzwords. Actually, as a quick bonus, our source provides a free GitHub tool specifically built to strip out over 20 of those exact slop phrases from your text. Definitely worth checking out. Okay, the second vital setup step is basically giving your AI a set of hands, and you do that by installing plugins. You need to equip it with Gmail, Google Calendar, Docs, Sheets, Drive, a solid PDF reader, Slack, Notion, Figma, and Granola. Getting these installed is the magic key here. It's the exact step that transforms Codex from just a chatty bot into a proactive, working assistant that can actually go in, edit your spreadsheets, and read your internal Slack messages for you. Which brings us to Section 3, organizing projects and threads. Because as you spin up more of these workflows, it is ridiculously easy to get completely lost in your own workspace. The absolute golden rule here is to keep one long-running thread per distinct workflow. Seriously, do not start a new chat for every little question. Codex is uniquely amazing at compacting previous messages. This means you can use one single infinite thread for ongoing stuff, like, say, drafting a weekly newsletter or doing podcast prep. And the AI won't lose context or get confused. And to make things even faster, if you're a Mac user, just hold down the pound sign on your keyboard. It lets you instantly quick navigate between all your active workflow threads. Next up, Section 4, your AI Chief of Staff. This is where we really start delegating the daily grind. What you want to do is create a dedicated Chief of Staff thread strictly for logistics. Try a prompt like this. Check my email from the past 30 days and list the top 5 open action items to follow up on and emails to unsubscribe from. And this brilliantly illustrates the power of the desktop app. Because it can physically utilize a browser, you can literally tell it to open up those annoying marketing emails and click the unsubscribe button for you. You can even have it hunt down pending emails, like say a hotel booking for a trip to Japan, and train it on your past sent messages so it drafts the follow-up in your exact casual tone. It's like magic.
Let's check out another real-world application for this chief of staff, an automated podcast prep workflow. Check this out. First, the AI scans your calendar for upcoming podcast meetings. Second, it goes out and browses the web to research the guest. Third, it drafts a comprehensive interview guide and even pitches some YouTube titles based on what it found. And fourth, it exports the whole shebang directly into a Google Doc for you. But here's the crazy part. Once you perfect this workflow manually, you can just schedule it. You literally tell Codex to proactively run this exact sequence every single Friday morning at 7 a.m. So you just wake up, grab your coffee, and your interview docs are fully prepped and waiting.
So, what happens when you actually need to leave your desk? That brings us to Section 5, Remote Access and Mobile. Now, you can absolutely use the mobile app to access your desktop Codex threads on the go, but there's a catch, a pretty major one. Your desktop computer has to stay powered on and awake. The workaround for this is a great little app called Amphetamine. It's a keep-awake utility for Mac. You just set it to keep your laptop awake for a few hours right before you head out, and boom, your mobile remote access works flawlessly. Just a quick piece of advice from our source here, though. Do not become obsessed. It is wildly addictive to sit there monitoring your AI agents working while you're at your kid's summer camp. Just set it, forget it, and remember to step away and touch some grass every now and then.
And finally, Section 6, Building Custom Websites. This is where you learn to instantly publish your own apps. Think for a second about how we normally share information. Take an interactive Japan travel catalog, for instance. This completely replaces those incredibly boring bullet point text itineraries. By asking the AI to turn your trip plans into a site, you instantly get a highly visual, totally shareable web page, complete with a beautiful torii gate at the top and gorgeous imagery. Let me tell you, sharing a custom site like this gets your family exponentially more excited about a trip than a standard text list in an email ever could. You can also build interactive tools for super specific personal use cases. Take the Safari math game. A parent actually used Codex to vibe code a custom educational app just to teach their kid multiplication tables. It's animal themed, it's got a lion, and it even drops digital confetti as a reward for correct answers. They built this in just minutes using a super simple prompt, and it successfully kept their kid engaged and actually learning math way better than any standard homework sheet.
And on the professional side of things, this tech is already replacing static, boring corporate documents. Instead of sending out a massive Google Doc that nobody is going to read, you can generate an interactive HTML product requirements document, a PRD. It features clean, clickable tabs for user goals, design principles, component libraries, and even data schemas. Our source points out that the tech industry is rapidly moving toward these interactive HTML artifacts for team reviews, and they're actually planning to open source this exact PRD format pretty soon. So the crucial point is this. Your entire workflow transformation really boils down to these 7 key action items. 1. Download the desktop app to unlock the real utility. 2. Use the GPT-5.6 model on medium effort. That's the sweet spot for brains and budget. 3. Personalize those custom instructions to completely cut out the AI flop. 4. Install your essential plugins so your AI actually has hands to work with. 5. Build your chief of staff thread to schedule those automated workflows. 6. Use Amphetamine to keep your Mac awake so you can access it on mobile. And 7. Start building your own custom interactive sites. This is it. This is your complete roadmap from basic installation to becoming an absolute power user. You now have the exact structured blueprint to demystify these advanced tools and fundamentally automate your digital life. The configurations are clear, the methods are proven, and the setup is entirely in your hands right now. Which really just leaves us with one final thought. You've got the tools. What are you going to build first?